What's going on, reefers? Blaine here. In today's video, I thought we would revisit one of our favorite series here on the channel. We're gonna be going into some more of our top 10 favorites here at the TSA farm. Today, we're gonna be focusing on a group of SPS corals that we've talked a little bit about in the past, but today we're gonna focus strictly on Montipora that we have here at the TSA farm. That goes for Monty caps, Paloenensis, encrusters. We're gonna talk about all the different ones and our top 10 favorites that we have here. We'll go into some of the care requirements, the overarching details of the corals, but let's go ahead and dive right into our top 10 favorite Montiporas. Earlier on in the channel, we did a series that regarded beginner SPS, intermediate SPS, and then all the way up to high-end SPS. Intermixed in both the videos, or actually all three of the videos, was a bunch of different Monties that we keep here in the farm. We talked about some of the care requirements in those videos. We're gonna go over quickly some of those details here today, but I wanted to mention those three videos that you guys can revisit if you guys haven't seen them already. When we're talking about the lighting for our Montipora, we're gonna be going from lower end of about 100 par all the way up to anywhere in the high 300s, maybe even tipping into 400 par. We're gonna have moderate to high light though, and they're gonna definitely enjoy it. You can see in a bunch of our SPS tanks here, they are juiced up with light, and they're also juiced up with flow. Flow is gonna be another one that we're gonna have from moderate to high level for our Monties. It's gonna be essential that you make sure that you get some nice flow going. If you look at a lot of these systems around here in the farm, they've got a ton of wave makers, so anywhere from moderate to high flow for our SPS and especially our Montipora. A number that gets brought up a lot when it comes to SPS is going to be your DKH or your alkalinity. When we look at the alkalinity here in the farm, we're trying to remain in a stable number. So the two numbers that we've been focusing on trying to hit here in the farm is 8.9 to 9.0. Recently, we were at 8.9, but we've started to bring some of our SPS systems up just slightly and moving them into the 9.0 range. Having that nice stability of alkalinity, I think is gonna be super essential for you to have success when it comes to keeping SPS corals, but especially the Montiporas. Feeding these corals, we'll keep it nice and simple. Obviously, in the farm, we have a wide range of large fish that we keep in our systems for multiple reasons, and one of those is gonna be nutrients for our corals. We also do various feedings throughout the week, including our Reef Genetics phytoplankton, the green, gold, and the red. And also we're doing various feedings of either benepets, reefroids mixed in with aminos and all those good things, so the corals can get some nice feedings throughout the week depending on the numbers of the systems. All right, we've gone over some of the care requirements overarching for our Montipora. Let's now do our favorite thing. Let's walk around the farm and let's pick out the top 10 favorite Monties from the TSA farm. Whenever I make these top 10 lists, I always try and get a coral on the list that is lower priced and has a cool story to it. Jake's Crystal Experiment is exactly that. Bright green in color, but the surprise lies in its growth formation. It looks much like a green Monty cap, simple in structure, in a small frag form, but when it grows out and it starts to form into a colony, there's some amazing branching that occurs within the middle of the colony of the coral. With its odd way of growing, I feel it's absolutely worthy of joining our top 10 list purely due to the story and how different it is. I always find myself stopping and enjoying the colonies of this coral whenever I'm making my rounds in the farm. An underappreciated coral here on our list is the TSA Happy Meal. Most of us growing up, or even now buying it for our little ones, have had or seen a Happy Meal from good old Mickey D's. The colors on this coral are a spitting image of those nostalgic colors that you get on those tiny little boxes with a toy inside. Our first encruster on the list, and I think one of my favorites here in the farm. I can always appreciate a coral that immediately draws your attention while looking at a tank by just how bright and vibrant it is. The TSA Happy Meal is that coral, a fast-growing coral and one that even a beginner reef keeper can try out in their system. The first Montipora digitata to get onto the list is going to be the WWC Contraband. Out of the digitata on the market, it is easily one of the nicest out there. When you get a chance to see some grown out colonies, you can see what the hype is all about. A recurring theme you'll see in colors for this video is going to be the contrasting colors of green and red that really take corals to the next level. Also, anytime we can have more grafted pieces in our collection, we're all about having it here at TSA. Kevin is trying to accumulate them like the infinity stones, and I'm sure he's gonna get to that point. Another easier piece on our list if you're looking at getting into some SPS and looking for some nicer Monties to try and keep in your system. A contraband digitata could be the perfect fit for any tank at home. One of our newest releases here on this top 10 list is the TSA Where's Waldo. And once I saw it come out of production and ready for release, I knew it needed to get onto the channel. Most reef keepers that have been in the hobby for a while normally will see it and say, oh, it looks like a Mystic Sunset Monty. But this one is on an entirely different level. The contrast of the red base and the silverish blue polyps is to die for. I know everyone around the farm is ecstatic about getting this onto the website and available for purchase. I think I absolutely need a frag of it in my tank at home as well. Another encrusting Montipora to add to our list, but with amazing polyp color, I wouldn't mind this coral taking over a small section of my tank scape. Probably one of the more unique pieces on our top 10 list we're going to be talking about today is the ACI Manila Spy Montipora carinata. When most reef keepers see this coral, they think it might be an Anacropora or some other type of SPS, but when most figure out it's actually a Montipora, they're blown away. This is one we've sourced from ACI Aquaculture, and it's started to really grow out nicely in our facility. One point I will make about this coral is how fragile it is. With its very thin branching style that occurs, the coral can sometimes be at risk of self-fragging if you bump into it. It's also a pro tip for the farm for us as well to help make nice and quick and easy frags. The reddish orange color the coral showcases is really nice and can be a brilliant addition to any reef tank. Also, with how it grows, it can become a piece that a lot of people will ask about whenever checking out your reef tank. The next two Montipora on our list we're going to be chatting about are some of the Palawanenses we have here in the farm. If you look on our website, we have a wide variety of different Palawanensis Monties that we're growing here, and some of them look fairly similar in characteristics, especially with how they look. But if you look at the small fine details with these corals, you can start to spot the differences. The first one we're going to be talking about is the Jason Fox Beach Bum. This is one of the most well-known Monties in the game and has really changed most reef keepers' perceptions of what a Monty can bring to a tank. The brilliant gold color can be seen well away from any system, but as you get closer to the coral is when you can really start to appreciate it. The polyps on this one are a nice rich green color which really pop on the gold base coloring of the coral. One that's been around for a long time and isn't going anywhere soon. A beloved piece and one we cherish from Jason Fox here in our farm. A TSA signature Palawanensis that we love here in our farm facility is the TSA Kaboom Montipora. The colors on this Monty are lovely with the burnt orangish skin tone with gold accents, and the polyp color is a nice deep blue, which really makes them pop on the back end of the coral. I really love the way these Palawanensis Monties grow and can be some nice cool additions into any reef tank. We have quite a few different strains of these here at TSA, but the TSA Kaboom is for sure one of our favorites. I will say encrusting Montipora tend to get a bad rep due to their ability to quickly and efficiently encrust the space they take up on a rockscape. Sometimes the encrusting Montipora is cool enough to not worry about these things, and especially when it comes to the TSA danger zone. The green and red contrast is always really nice, but sometimes the red really gets to a truly dark coloring, which shows an even more stark color contrast on the coral. Kevin made a great tip about these corals in one of our last videos, saying that if you wanted to put the coral at bay, take some pieces of rubble or lay out some epoxy so that when the coral gets to those danger zones, see what I did there, then you can break those sections away from the scape and keep those encrusters at bay. The TSA Danger Zone is a sick encrusting Monty though, and yet again another multicolored grafted piece in the farm's collection. A coral we have talked about quite a bit on the channel recently, and just one I would love to see get into more reef tanks out there in the world is the Mind Meld Monty. A lot of the grafted caps out on the market will show two colors, whereas this one that Kevin has worked tirelessly on showcases three different colors: the brilliant red, the deep green color, and also that vibrant neon green. Getting to see all three of these colors play around with each other and graft into one another is truly unique. I keep telling Kevin I am patiently waiting for that quadruple color graft here soon. I will say out of all the Monty growth styles, the capping variety are some of my favorite. The way that the colonies can overlay themselves and form these beautiful petal-like formations is truly stunning. If you're looking for a showstopper on your reef tank, the Mind Meld Monty is the perfect cap to add as the centerpiece of your reef tank. The top Montipora on our list, and probably Kevin's favorite currently because he always reminds me constantly to showcase this on our social media, is got to be the TSA Fruit Swirl Montipora setosa. Setosas are really awesome species of Monties that have an erratic growth pattern and just simply do not have a common growth structure. They do it all, they encrust a bit, they plate out some, and they also throw out some awesome branches. Now, the really cool part about this coral though, has got to be the grafting of the colors in it. The red and the orange is what our tequila sunrise setosa is, but now mixed with that amazing deep purple takes this coral to a new level. Even though this coral has a high price tag due to its insane color grafting, it's technically one of the easier Montipora species to keep in your reef tank. The TSA Fruit Swirl Montipora has got to be the #1 on our list when it comes to our top 10 Monties. When it comes to top shelf aquatics, I think we have a wide range of SPS corals available, and in my opinion, some of the best in the country. We had a lot of fun talking about our top 10 favorite Montipora coming out of the farm today, but I want to hear down in the comments below. I am listening, I promise. Let me know the videos you guys want to see coming out of the channel. Be sure to let me know the top 10 lists you want to hear, maybe some different videos you guys have. Drop them down in the comments and let me know, and we're gonna make the video content you guys all enjoy. If you guys have hung out all the way till the end, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you guys don't miss out on any future uploads. And don't forget, snag some Monties today on our website.